Rajesh, he scored 95% in engineering. He applied to 200 companies, got 3 offers. Same week, he applied to 5 government positions, got selected in 4. But here's what's crazy. The private companies that rejected him are now struggling to fill positions, while the government jobs have a 300-to-1 competition ratio. Something doesn't add up, and what this student discovered will change how you think about career choices forever.
Is government job better than a private job?
Yes, definitely private jobs has more opportunities.
No, government job is always better than private job क्योंकि उसके अंदर ज़्यादा advantages रहते हैं government job में.
In 2024, private companies posted 2.3 lakh job openings. Only 40% got filled. Same year, the government announced 1.2 lakh positions. 2.8 crore people applied. Why are people fighting for lower paying jobs while higher paying jobs remain empty?
Why do you feel government job is better than a private job?
Private jobs have more opportunities where you can grow faster and you can also get adapted to diverse roles, which is quite slow when you compare it with a government job.
उसमें काफ़ी ज़्यादा job security रहती है rather than private job.
Here's what placement cells don't tell you. Private companies have a 47% offer withdrawal rate after campus selections. For example, TCS selected 40,000 students in 2023. Only 18,000 actually joined. The rest, offers withdrawn due to market conditions. Government jobs, 0 offer withdrawals. Everyone looks at starting salaries. 25 lakhs for private versus 6 lakhs for government. Case closed, right? Wrong. Here's a 10-year reality. In your private sector journey, for year 1, it's 25 lakhs if joining happens. For year 3, 35 lakh if no layoffs. For year 5, 50 lakh if the company survives. Year 7, 40 lakh market correction. Year 10, 55 lakh if still employed. But the government sector journey, year 1, 6 lakh guaranteed joining. Year 3, 8 lakh assured increment. Year 5, 12 lakh promotion guaranteed. Year 7, 18 lakh next grade confirmed. Year 10, 25 lakh plus pension eligibility.
यहाँ पे salary limited रहेगी but काफ़ी सारे other factors भी add हो जाते हैं जैसे gratuity हो गई, pension हो गई, insurance हो गए, and family security भी हो गई. But वही private job में नहीं हो पाता. Private job में मैं ही खाली एक dependent रहता हूँ job के लिए, बाकी पूरी family को ढूंढना ही पड़ेगा दूसरा job.
But here's the data that will blow your mind. After 10 years, private sector total package salary is probably 55 lakh. Job security 23%. This is because of the layoff probability. Pension 0. Medical rupees 3 lakh if employed. But now coming to the government sector, total package salary 25 lakh. Job security 100%. Pension value rupees 2.5 crores lifetime. Medical rupees 10 lakh coverage plus for the family. When you calculate the net present value, government jobs are worth rupees 4.2 crores over the lifetime, whereas private sector rupees 2.8 crores. These numbers are very surprising because, say for example, if I ask you to imagine a private job, you would think of a tall glass building, a luxury car, walking out in a suit and going across in an elevator to, a very lavish cubicle. Whereas on the other hand, if I ask you to imagine a government job, you'd probably imagine a soiled shirt, unironed pants, a little old rustic suitcase and going to a 2-floor office which is creaky and dusty and dirty. But the numbers show otherwise. I mentioned layoffs a lot, so let's do a layoff reality check.
So private sectors obviously come along with this disadvantage of layoffs, but at the same time, if you're really good at your work and if you keep adapting, if you keep upskilling yourself, so there won't be any risk of layoffs.
In 2024 alone, tech companies laid off over 30,000 employees in India. TCS is planning to lay off around 12,000 employees. On the other hand, number of government employees laid off in 2024, 0. Microsoft, Amazon, Google, all these companies that people dream of joining all had major layoffs. Some employees worked there for 10 plus years, gone in a 2-minute video call. But here's what's really disturbing. These layoffs are sparking massive debate about job security between private and government sectors. Let's talk about some private sector hidden costs. Metro city rent comes to 5 to 8 lakhs annually. The commute or cabs to 2 lakhs annually. Your work wardrobe, all tip-top, 1.5 lakh annually. Stress management, because we know how the corporate world can get so stressful. Emergency fund, given the layoff risk, rupees 5 lakh annually. Whereas, on the government job benefits, subsidized housing, rupees 50,000 annually. There is office transport, so rupees 20,000 annually. There's uniform allowance, rupees 15,000 annually. Zero stress costs. Emergency fund, not needed, rupees 0. So net disposable income, almost equal.
Coming to work-life balance, I think it's a very contradictory topic. If you love your job, if you love the work actually, you'll enjoy the job. But if you're not somebody who enjoys the work you do, you will find it hard to balance off the work-life thing.
Let's talk about quality of life. That's especially what Gen Z prefers a lot. Everyone wants a work-life balance. Everyone has hobbies, they want to pursue them, they want to meet their friends, travel the world, and so much more. So let's look at the work-life balance aspect in both these sectors. In the private sector, the average is 55 hours per week. Government, 42 hours per week. Private employees get 21 days leave annually. Government employees, 30 days plus casual leaves plus medical leaves. A very evident example that I see in my life are two of my sisters. One sister works in a private company, whereas the other works a government job. Both have recently become mothers, and I see the guilt in my sister who's doing a private job because she's not able to give as much time to her child as she wished. Whereas on the other hand, the work timings, the work style, the stress levels, and the overall work-life balance is so much better for my sister who's doing a government job. She's able to manage both without having to face that tug of war a mother faces. The system exposed. Private companies create artificial scarcity. They reject thousands to make their brand seem exclusive. Government jobs have transparent criteria. Score enough marks, get the job. No hidden networking, no quota, no manipulation.
जैसे जैसे अपन काम का एक्सपीरियंस मिलता है, हमारी पोस्ट भी उस हिसाब से बढ़ती जाती है. rather than प्राइवेट जॉब, उधर सीनियर्स आते जाएंगे और हम काफ़ी बार नीचे ही रह जाते हैं, लाइक नीचे लेवल पे रह जाते हैं.
89% of government employees are satisfied with their current role. The private sector creates job insecurity by design. The insecure employees work longer hours for less negotiation power. They overcompensate, they want to prove themselves. The government sector provides security by design. Secure employees focus on work quality instead of job hunting. After analyzing 10,000 career trajectories, here's the uncomfortable truth. Government employees, they retire with dignity, pension, and peace of mind. Private employees, they retire with anxiety about post-retirement income. The private sector promises growth. The government sector delivers stability. So choose your poison. High risk, high reward versus low risk but guaranteed reward. The private sector has its own perks. Given how Gen Z is so used to switching jobs, trying new things, building multiple skill sets, maybe the private sector would work out better for them so that they could hop jobs over and over again and build a myriad of skills in their own. This trait is especially seen in metro cities, all the tier 1 cities where people are constantly hustling, running, and really have big dreams to achieve. Whereas on the other hand, there is another group of people which is just as right in having a more stable, slow life. They probably want to spend more time with friends and nurture a family. They do have career goals, but they also have a lot of life goals. Maybe for them, the government jobs work out better. I am an example of this first type because I did want to do a lot of things in my career, but I also have friends and my sister who is an example of the second type where they chose the slower life. So our intention with this video wasn't to praise or demean any of this. It was just to shed light on both aspects, how both have their own perks. Especially government jobs get a really bad rep, but they don't deserve it. They're actually way better than we think they are. If you are wondering which type do you belong to and which job should you pursue, check out the link in the description below where we have a self-analysis quiz. Take that yourself, do a little deep dive within yourself, answer the questions and you'll find your path. As they say, happiness is subjective, beauty is subjective. In the same way, success is subjective. Maybe to someone, working a job at Google at a CXO position is success, whereas to someone else, having a stable government job is success. By the way, what is success to you? I'd love to know. Tell us in the comments below. This is Mahima and you're watching BeerBiceps SkillHouse.